Hello, the authorities at the airport in Dunedin in New Zealand have issued an order that farewell hugging must not last more than 3 minutes. This is because they say that farewells have started taking too long and they clog up the flow through the departure lounge. And they say that if you want what they're calling a fonder farewell, you can always do it in the car park. Well, I think it's not surprising that an item like this has reached the newspapers in this country, because hugging is something that is important to us and matters to us all. It's a very beneficial and delightful thing to do, to have a really good hug. So to feel that it's going to be limited is newsworthy and disappointing. But I was particularly attracted more by the notion of saying goodbye, because I reflected that actually it's not just people that we say goodbye to, it's stages of our lives. We say goodbye to our schools. When we leave, we say goodbye to our parents' homes. We say goodbye to jobs. We say goodbye to having our children, if we have any, live with us. We say goodbye to work when we retire. And indeed, as we get older, we say goodbye to some certain physical activities. Our bodies will no longer do some of the things we would like to do, and so we have to say goodbye to those things. Life is a series of goodbyes, and I think it's important to mark the sadness, because often these things have become part of who we are. They mark out our identity, and so to no longer have them as part of our lives is in a sense a loss to us. But it's a loss in most cases, which opens up a new possibility. Life opens up because we've been able to say goodbye to something that we left behind. Something new comes along, some new stage of our lives, some new experience, some new way of growing as a human being. And so that too, I think, is worth celebrating. But I think all these goodbyes are, in a sense, a preparation for the final goodbye, the biggie, when we say goodbye at the end of our lives. And I don't know how this happens. Obviously, nobody does, until because nobody come back from the death to tell us. But there is inevitably a letting go. Hopefully, we can share it with the people that we love. But for many of us, that isn't how it works. But there is a letting go, which we can prepare for, because we have been practicing goodbyes all our lives. And this goodbye too, hopefully, and according to what I believe and Christians believe, definitely will lead into a new life, something different that we wouldn't have been able to experience had we not said goodbye to this life on earth. It's not a life we can imagine very easily, or a life that has got anything physical or temporal about it, but it is a life where I'm convinced that we are loved and deeply cared for as we come into the fuller presence of God. And so today I think I want to see my goodbyes as partly a preparation for that big one, but also to recognise that if I have to say goodbye to something in my life, then to look out for what the new thing might be that having said goodbye to the past might make possible.